Well, welcome back to the channel, Ron. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make an alarm system, basically with just some things that you may have lying around the house. If you don't, you can pick up some of these things off from Amazon for next to nothing. This is something I've built probably, I'm going to say 40 plus years ago to keep friends of mine from taking my lawn tractor. And it's basically built out of a single pole switch, a little buzzer, and a battery. And what's neat about this is almost impossible to shut down once the alarm is activated. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to need is a couple of pieces of wood. Now, these are some scraps that I use for my toy truck. So you don't really need anything special, 2x4 work or whatever you might have lying around. And then I got a piece of wood here that I'm going to use for just kind of as I'm drilling out. You're going to need to go ahead and attach this piece here to this block right here. And then what's going to happen is you're going to put a handy box of some sort right here. It can be any kind of a box, just as long as it will hold this switch right here. So first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and attach this onto here. And I don't really want this to split or anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and drill some pilot holes. This is my sacrificial piece that I'm drilling into. And then just do the best you can to line it up. Take a couple of long sheetrock screws. And you should end up with something that looks a little bit like that. And next what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll mount our box on here and basically just kind of center it as best you can. It doesn't have to be too pretty. Alright, there we go. So far, looking pretty good. Now, this is going to simulate being possibly a wall or a vehicle or whatever you're going to try to alarm. I mean, you're going to have to drill a hole through something. So I don't know if you want to drill a hole through your vehicle or not, but you're going to need to be away from where it is that you're trying to alarm. So basically, this is going to represent the wall. And I can do that very easily by putting something like this up here, and that's going to represent the wall. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think I can do that now. And we'll screw that on as well. Well, let's go ahead to the other side here now. And we're going to have to put our switch in temporarily, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to be taking this right back out. But we need to put it in there for some measurements. And what we need to do is we need to drill a hole right through here into our outside wall. And we want it to be approximately the same height as the switch itself. So I'm going to go ahead and measure that from the bottom to the top to maybe just above the top of the switch. And then I also want to measure the center of where the switch is. So we want to do that, and we're going to mark that on the inside here. I guess I'll go ahead and do the center first, and that's going to be relatively easy because it's a 2x3, so it's 1 1/4. So there's our center. Again, it's going to be a little different if you're using a piece of 2x4 or whatnot. So this is center, and then the top of the switch, roughly, just below the top of the switch itself. You don't want to be too high. I'm going to go, let's say, 4 1/4. So go 4 1/4 to the top, which is right about there. All right. So once you've established the center point, we need to drill a hole straight down through. So I'm going to remove the switch so I can get in there a little easier. And now what we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole right straight through. And I really kind of need that to be straight, so I can do one or two things. I can go ahead and measure the other side, or I can just remove this box and get a more accurate drill. Go ahead and put our sacrificial piece underneath so we don't drill down through our table. And let's drill down through. Okay. So, we have our hole right there. Let's go ahead and put our box back on. Okay, next step is we need to go ahead and build the circuit. So let's go ahead and build the circuit. And you're going to need a battery, a single pole switch, a buzzer of some sort. A horn works really good if you tie this into a car battery. But just for demonstration purposes, this is all you're going to need. And you're going to need some sort of a battery snap for the battery and some junk wire. So first thing we need to do is we need to tie our negatives together, and you can tie either the positive together or the negatives. We're only switching one side, so go ahead, take your wire strippers and strip some wire, strip the insulation away from the wire, and wrap those together like that. Once you've done that, go ahead, take a little piece of electrical tape and wrap that around there. I'm not getting too fancy here. This is just for demonstration purposes. Normally, probably what I would do is I would solder that and then I would heat shrink it. Okay, so our negatives are hooked together. Now, if I was to install this battery snap on this battery, you can pick these right up at Lowe's, and went ahead and touched my two positives together, okay, the alarm would go off, okay? But we're not going to do that. We're going to actually install it on the switch. So let's go ahead and install on the switch, like that. Wrap it around one of the contacts of the switch, doesn't matter which one. Do the same thing over here. It's on, so we want to turn that off. You're probably starting to get the picture on how this is going to work. I'm going to say it's impossible to shut this off if you're not familiar where it's coming from or anything like that. I mean, you're not going to be able to turn it off. You will be able to, but the thief will not be able to. All right, so here we go. This is what we got going on right now. We turn the switch on, the alarm goes off. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. So now let's go back to our board. All right. So again, this could be inside a vehicle, it could be inside your garage, it could be inside your house. This could be the exterior of your garage, the exterior of your car. Obviously it's not a wooden car, exterior of another building. All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to install our battery. Switch, and again, just for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to glue this buzzer with some hot glue. Right on the outside. Just put that right there. Then go ahead and install your switch, just like that. Okay, let's go ahead and try it. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Okay, now, next what you're going to need is you're going to need some sort of twine. And that's what I have here. And you can get this anywhere. Go ahead and put a knot in it, like that. And a nice little loop, such as that. And what we're going to do is we're going to feed that through the front side. Before they do that, I think I'm going to go ahead and put a little faceplate on here. So why not? All right, now we're going to go ahead and take this and feed it through our wall. Just like this. Now the best way to do this is going to be with our key that I had not mentioned. This here is a piece of coat hanger, and this is how we're going to deactivate the security system if it goes off. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to push it through like that, and I'm going to grab it on the other side. Just going to push it through. I'm going to grab that loop, pull my coat hanger out, and I'm just going to go ahead and loop that over there just like that. So back on this side, this is what you have. And you can take this and string this wherever you want. Now, if someone was to walk through here, obviously they may see this, but you could put a piece of fishing wire on there if you want. But more importantly, you could attach this to a piece of equipment. So as soon as they pull that out, it's going to go off. They're going to have no idea where this is coming from. And the only way you can shut this off is you could actually take this, feed it back through, and turn it back off. So this is sort of your key. Or you can just go inside your garage or whatnot and turn it off that way. But if you want to put a box over this or something, you can use this coat hanger to deactivate it. It's that simple. This is one of the best alarms that I have ever built and put together, and it has worked fantastic. Well, okay, I promised you it wasn't going to be a big deal, and it's not. As you can see, this is just stuff I had kind of kicking around. If you want something that's going to be extremely loud, go ahead and hook this up to a car battery and a horn, and it's going to raise some attention very, very quickly. I've got this kind of exposed, but I could put this someplace else, put it inside the building or whatnot. But this is just for demonstration purposes. So I hope this helps you, and stay tuned for the next one.